Insane reflexes, deadly aim, and those intense pressure situations where, honestly, most players would completely panic. But one player? He stayed calm. A gamer who quite literally transformed Indian esports forever. This is the story of Jonathan. Welcome to The Explainer, where we break down the data and the history behind the icons shaping our world. So let's dive right in.
In Indian gaming, very few names actually command instant respect. But Jonathan, he isn't just respected, he's feared. For millions of fans, he became the literal definition of skill itself. We're talking about Jonathan Amaral. He's a 22-year-old prodigy from Goa, and his in-game name strikes absolute terror into the hearts of his opponents. But as we'll see, his path to becoming the universal MVP wasn't exactly paved with gold. Actually, when he first entered the competitive shooting scene, his head-tracing capabilities and that laser-like aim of his were so incredibly precise that people just didn't believe it was real. I mean, they used to call him a hacker. Players were even reporting his ID to officials, literally trying to get him banned. He admitted later that he was terrified he'd be kicked out of the scene before his dream even started. So to prove his legitimacy, he started live streaming his gameplay. He'd get these absolutely insane frags through smoke just to show everyone that his talent was 100% real.
Section 1. The esports dream begins.
Long before the fame and way before the huge tournaments, Jonathan was just another gamer with a dream. He had no massive setup, no celebrity lifestyle, just countless, agonizing hours of practice. While others played for fun, he played to improve. Every single day meant more training, more matches, and more pressure. His routine was brutal. He'd wake up at noon, hit the training grounds for 25 minutes, grind team death matches for that close-range combat practice, and then finish up with custom matches with his teammates. And remember, gaming wasn't easy in India back then. People just didn't understand esports. Parents mostly saw it as a distraction. But Jonathan? He stayed incredibly focused, substituting casual fun for an absolutely relentless grind to get better.
Section 2. Dominating Indian esports.
Then came the big professional tournaments, and suddenly, everyone started noticing one thing. His aim was just different. His movement was different. His confidence under pressure felt almost unreal. Clutch after clutch, Jonathan became a total nightmare for his opponents. This all culminated at the 2020 PMIS semifinals, where he dropped a legendary 16 individual kills. 16! That is the highest individual kill count ever recorded in that tournament's entire history. And it wasn't luck, guys. It was the direct result of that intense, monotonous daily grind. Because of that legendary performance, hardcore fans were desperate for his secret. Even today, players study him like a textbook. They are constantly trying to replicate his specific BGMI sensitivity codes. They copy his third-person gyroscope settings, which are set to an extreme 300%, by the way, and they set their red dot and holographic sensitivities at 30%, just hoping to capture even a tiny fraction of his deadly precision. He essentially became the ultimate blueprint for the perfect assaulter.
As BGMI completely exploded in India, Jonathan became one of its absolute biggest stars. His streams gained millions of views, his tournament performances went totally viral, fans confidently called him India's best BGMI player, and looking at the stats, it's a resume of absolute dominance. We are talking multiple MVP titles here, from the PMIS 2020 Headshot Expert Award to the BGMI Masters Series Finals MVP in 2022. He wasn't just playing well, he was taking home an entire shelf full of hardware and cementing his legacy.
Section 3. Surviving the pressure. But as you can imagine, fame also brought crushing pressure. Every single match carried massive expectations. Every tiny mistake instantly became harsh criticism. The internet was watching everything he did. And in esports, staying at the top is honestly way harder than reaching it. It's a crazy contrast. On one hand, you have the glamorous expectations, representing India globally and raking in millions of views. But then there's the harsh reality. During the 2026 Battlegrounds Mobile India series, after a few rough patches, he faced the immense, humbling pressure of actually being benched by godlike esports. Honestly, it was a pretty shocking moment for the entire community. And that intense scrutiny, well, it extended way beyond the game itself. In 2024, an old 3-year-old video suddenly went viral. In it, he had asked a teammate to speak Hindi or English instead of Marathi, just for the sake of his wider audience. Well, this sparked a massive internet controversy. There were even social media rallies against him. But he stepped up. He issued a calm public apology, taking full responsibility for his words. He also reminded everyone that, being a resident of Maharashtra himself, he deeply respects the language. It was a very calm, mature navigation of some really intense internet backlash. Section 4. Forging a New Era.
Coming out of those high-pressure situations, Jonathan decided it was time to take complete control of his competitive destiny. Looking back at his timeline, he started in 2019 with Team Skull. Then he quickly moved to TSM Entity, where he started winning those official trophies. Next came his massive era with godlike Esports, starting in 2021. But following his departure after that 2026 tournament, things got interesting. A mysterious black heart emoji posted on social media culminated in an explosive announcement in April 2026. He was launching his very own organization, Team Apex Gaming.
And he didn't just start a cute little team. He sent massive shockwaves through the entire industry. Operating under the slogan #TagOnTop, Jonathan made some huge moves. He instantly signed major gaming creators like Shriman Legend and SSR Vlogs. But the real flex? Team Apex Gaming reportedly activated a whopping 7-digit buyout clause just to acquire the entire elite roster of Infinix True Rippers. Talk about a power move. Jonathan completely transitioned from being just a star player to a powerful owner, building his own championship roster.
Section 5. Inspiring a Generation. At a macro level, Jonathan has inspired an entire generation of gamers. Because of him, young players across India started dreaming a whole lot bigger. We're not just talking about casual gaming anymore, we're talking professional esports. I mean, look at the numbers. 6.25 million subscribers on YouTube alone. Add that to his massive tournament earnings, and you can see he proved the immense financial viability of professional esports. He showed kids and their parents that gaming could actually put food on the table, and then some. Actually, this data from a YouGov survey perfectly captures the massive cultural shift he helped create. A staggering 83% of daily Indian esports players now view this field as a financially viable career. Only 17% do not. To put that into perspective, the days of parents viewing gaming simply as a distraction are officially over.
The whole ecosystem is professionalizing so incredibly fast. The Indian esports market is projected to reach $132 million by 2030. But what I find really fascinating is that while 81% of people aspire to play professionally, 56% are now interested in non-playing roles, things like coaching, analysis, and team management. And you know what? That is exactly the evolutionary path Jonathan himself took by founding Team Apex Gaming. He's literally leading by example. So what does this all mean? Well, Jonathan's story was never only about kills or trophies. It was about proving that passion can actually become a profession. From those long, grueling practice hours to becoming one of India's absolute biggest esports icons, his journey changed Indian gaming forever. He showed us exactly what happens when you combine raw talent with unbreakable discipline.
If you enjoyed this explainer, please like the video and subscribe for more cinematic gaming stories. And hey, let us know in the comments below which esports player should we cover next. Your feedback completely drives this show, so tell us who you want to see featured. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you in the next one.